Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Games Cage. Today and only today, I'm here to tell you that Pio has given his official resignation from the podcast
Till July 17th.
till July 17th. Now, Jeff, would you like to tell everyone why Pio left?
Yeah, I can tell you why,
Tell us.
but I can also tell you what I think.
Okay, give
Do
it.
you want to do what happened, or do you want what I think?
You know what? Give us both. Let's give the audience a story.
Okay.
You know?
What happened is that Tayo accuses the podcast member to be like PlayStation haters. So he had decided to vote against us by not being on the podcast until after like that samurai game come out, Ghost of Tsushima. After that, he'll be back.
Yeah. So Pio might be back. You know.
Now.
Now, it depends, there's a PlayStation event eventually happening. Maybe if we're nice about that one, he'll come back. But obviously, today's show, we're definitely going to be talking about Ghost. We're going to be talking about a bunch of things. We have a lot of shit to go through because this week was kind of like the first E3 week of the year with how much shit we got. We have, obviously, Jeff here. We have Johnny Loxon. Hello, Johnny.
Hello.
Johnny, how do you feel that you're taking over Pio's legacy?
Feels good.
You are the new Pio. How does I
basically have to talk about Days Gone.
Yeah, exactly. You have to argue with us about Days Gone now. It's gonna be lit. Noah, you're here. That's weird. Noah,
Hello.
how are you?
Hello. Good.
You're good. You're living. You're one of the few people that Pio only talks to. So.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Well, it's his fault now that no one will be here to defend Ghost of Tsushima. Because today we're going to be talking about the games we've been playing. Paper Mario, Unreal 5, Ghost of Tsushima, Tony Hawk remakes, and how do you value $60 in 2020? We'll get into all that. So first of all, guys, we've actually been playing a lot of things together this past week, right? Halo 2 came out on PC, right? And we've been killing it on Halo. How's Halo with the homies? Listen, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
Who's been killing it in Halo?
I've been doing things.
You've been doing things.
Taking L's?
No, I don't appreciate this. Are you saying I'm not good at the game?
No, you're not.
Maybe.
I mean, we'll never know until you get your controller.
Exactly. See, you guys have the advantage. Y'all got sexy controllers. I gotta play with little mouse and keyboard. You've seen my setup. Do you think it's fair?
I mean, you bought a controller before you bought a desk.
You gotta have priorities in life. How are you guys enjoying Halo 2?
I'm loving it.
Very good.
It's old school.
Fun.
It's running on
Nostalgic.
the Halo 2 engine, right? On the Halo 4.
The anniversary edition is running on the Halo 4.
Yeah, it's Halo 4.
Mechanic. But we could play the classic Halo 2, but we just choose not to.
Right, yeah. But no, good on again, Microsoft, for putting these on PC.
And the games are way too long.
That's true. And we've also finally been together. We're getting ready for Overwatch 2. I know a lot of people are going to yell at us because we're playing Overwatch in 2020. But we decided to squad up, play some Overwatch 2, and there I do decent. There's my zone. There's where I play the game, you know what I'm saying? So that's been a cool vibe together. Then individually, what have you guys, Johnny, what have you been playing?
I just finished Wonderful 101.
Yeah, and you actually had like a pretty negative experience.
The thing is, like, that gameplay with the controller is so bad.
Really?
I prefer the Wii U gamepad.
That's crazy.
Because with the joystick, you waste so much more like teammates. You only have a limited amount to do. But with the gamepad, you can just draw it. But with the joystick, you have to it's actually like a struggle to do it basically.
Right.
Especially the quick time. I have to with the quick time, I'm actually intense. It's I tense up because the timer.
Shit. So you did not overall. What were your thoughts on it?
Overall, the humor, amazing. Story, amazing. Characters, I love them. I love Blue. Overall, I give it an 8 out of 10.
Oh.
I really hope... Yeah. It's just the controls were good in the first part, like the first half of the game, but the second half they force you to keep on like make weaknesses for the bosses and all that stuff. What's it called? You waste so much more of your battery, the Unite gauge. And it just gets so stressful at the end.
Jesus Christ. Jeff, I know you have no motivation to play it, right?
Honestly, like, it might be the first platinum game of my life that I have no motivation to go back to.
Why is that?
I'm gonna beat it though, but I just like when I play it, I recognize like the platinum, like how do you call it?
Style?
The platinum style. I recognize the humor. I even recognize like some of like the fucking hard gameplay you find in their games. But I'm not having fun.
Right.
Like it's not that it's hard. It's not even hard for me. It's not easy. It's like it's not fun. It's just like it feels bland. It feels tasteless. Like it's a great idea on paper.
Right.
But then I don't know like why. How does that translate into like a game that can keep you playing for like dozen hours?
Like, do you think you'd be engaged in like a sequel, or do you think the fundamental idea of the game doesn't interest you?
See, I'm sure if they do a sequel, it's gonna be fun as shit. But I'm also sure, like, if Platinum Game keeps making what they're good at, it's gonna be even better. So
Right.
I don't know.
Okay, all right, that's fair. No, you've been playing it too.
I feel
right?
like,
Yeah, I'm about done with it. I'm just in the latter half of the game. Yeah, and I've been enjoying it a lot. I get the concerns. For me, I'm more concerned about how the game looks on PC.
Oh, right,
because
yeah.
It's got some issues where I feel like it's just a straight port. Like their textures could have been a lot more. I'm running this game, and also it's locked at 60 frames per second, which kind of sucks for someone who has like a nice monitor and a very nice setup. Like I can't go past 60, and it's kind of, I mean, it's fine. You know, it's smooth, but it's just these are just nitpicks that I have.
Right.
I've also been on my Final Fantasy VII 100% run. OG.
Oh, the old one, yeah.
Yeah, I'm about 77% done. Also been playing a little bit of Killer Instinct, but yeah, that's mainly it. And Halo, but I tried to play the legendary mode of the Halo Reach campaign with a friend the other day. Woof.
Jesus. Wild. All right, cool. And I know Jeff, you've been back on the Assassin's Creed Odyssey train.
I'm trying to read the fucking DLC, but like, yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's you enjoying it? You love the game more or less?
Yeah, I'm actually. Yeah, it's good. It's an actual open world Western game that I want to play.
That's great. So that's like shocking.
What?
That you want to play a Western game you want to enjoy.
No, I actually like a lot of them. I'm just taking a jab at like a next game that's going to come out soon.
For sure.
We're going to talk about in this podcast.
Yes, sir, we will. And okay. So you enjoying that? Yeah, I've been playing, my usual stuff. I've been still on the Animal Crossing grind. Now it's definitely like I've definitely calmed down. Like now it's more of the thing where I'm there maybe an hour to a day. Like it's no longer because like my town is really
What you're telling me is that you're finally playing the game the way it was intended to play, like 2 months later?
I mean, sure, yeah, but I mean, to be fair, no, I'm happy the way I played it, because I was, like, enjoying going to people's islands and on the grind of, like, getting all the stuff and getting all these things. But, yeah, it's, like, for me, it's, like, now in a good way, I'm at that point where it's an hour to a day, because now, like, most of my island is, like, pretty much the way I want to. Like, unless I want to do some massive change for some random reason, which I'm sure one day I'll want to do. Like for now, it's more I'm checking in. I'm doing. Obviously, I still have some more things to do. There's stuff I want to do there, but for now it's chilled out a bit. I've been playing more Persona 5 Royal again, very slowly, but getting through there. But I also started a new game, Hatsune Miku Project Diva. And as someone who really loves rhythm games and wants more of them in the world, I'm actually like really loving this game. The kind of Vocaloid EDM pop style they've got in the game is like exactly my jam. The rhythm feels good. It's been fun to stream, so that's been like a lot of fun for me to play in there. What else have I been? I think that's mainly it. Yeah, like I said, we've been playing a lot of Overwatch, Halo 2. And I think that's been my time. And obviously, we're kind of all like, chipping away at our whatever we're playing until Xenoblade comes out. But yeah, so
Pretty
been
much.
enjoying a lot of that shit. All right, let's go on then. So we are going to talk about all the big news here. So let's start on a high note, right? So let's start with Nintendo, who randomly came out of nowhere this week and announced Paper Mario and the Origami King. Now,
Yes.
let's fucking go. First of all, this has been long time rumored. Like, since the beginning of this year, we've heard 2D Metroid and a Paper Mario are coming. This was even before the 3D Mario remasters, rumors and stuff. And again, we've all heard that Nintendo's not having a June Direct, but that there was going to be announcements going on throughout the month. And here we are. So I'm going to go round table here because I've kind of given my thoughts, not too much, but I'll go round table here. Let's start with Johnny. How did you feel about the trailer? Are you excited? What's your vibe?
I'm very, very excited.
Mm-hmm.
The game looks amazing, phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I'm worried about is the gameplay.
So did you play Color Splash?
Yes, I did. I loved it.
Okay.
The thing is that with this game, it's a puzzle mechanic.
Mm.
Like you have to figure out puzzles to do your moves and all that
It's like
stuff.
a grid-based. It's kind of like Fire Emblem if it was on a wheel, where like you're rotating the enemies and you have to like line them up to do like chain attacks together.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's definitely. I think it's gonna. They said there's gonna be some RPG elements, but it's mainly they do call it like more action adventure and a comedy story basically.
I'm hoping like there's more unique partners in this game.
Oh yeah.
And also there's a level up system.
Mm-hmm. It looks like, just already graphically it looks beautiful. I mean, even on Wii U, Color Splash looked fucking beautiful. Like I knew when I saw that game on Wii U, I'm like, the sequel's gonna be on this engine because it's just gorgeous.
Exactly.
So it looks so good, and not just that, but like the fundamental, like the style of it, and yeah, like you could tell they're, because Color Splash to this day is actually like one of the funniest games I've ever played. Like the humor is actually genius in that game. So if they continue to carry that over, and you see hints of that already by like you're working with Bowser Jr. and Bowser and Peach, like the bad guys are origamis and the paper people are your friends. It's just like a cool unique twist on it and stuff. So that's really cool. And like for me, like that game coming out July, like that's what I loved about this, right? It was like announced and coming out like 2 months from now, literally exactly 2 months from today, barely a wait. We're going to be so distracted with Xenoblade throughout June that it's going to feel like this game is like so close. It's like, that's the type of announcement style I want most games to have. Again, unless you're something like a big AAA, like a Breath of the Wild or a GTA or a God of War or whatever, right? Like your announcement should just be like 3 to 6 months before launch. Because that way you don't build like some expectation, right? Where like there's constant trailers and people are wondering where the game is. I think it's just like a smarter hype cycle for that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Jeff, your perspective, since you're not really a Mario guy, how do you feel watching the trailer?
As someone who actually doesn't care about Mario, this one looks actually interesting. Like I like the style. Like that shit it took me out of surprise. I didn't expect it to look that good. Like when y'all said Paper Mario, I was expecting like some like fucking PNGs and shit.
Jesus Christ.
It's just like when I saw that shit moving, it took me by surprise.
Oh yeah, it's super colorful and nice.
And the dialogues looks like funny. I say.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, they look smart. Let's say it looks smart for a Mario game, and it looks actually the gameplay looks so diverse. I don't know, like it seems like you do a lot of shit.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool areas.
I just want to see a good chunk of gameplay before like judging. But so far, it looks. Let me restart. So far, it looks good to me.
All right, that's good. That's a good thing coming from you. I need to. It's difficult being your best friend and not having you love Mario. So I gotta count my wins. It's a very big issue. It's okay. I'll work with you on the dinosaur stuff. You work with me on the Mario stuff, and we'll be good. You know how it is. Noah, how did you feel about everything we saw?
So, I woke up around 11 o'clock, and it got announced at 8. Yeah, and I thought it was a parody account, but upon further examination, it was real. Yeah, it was. I'm very excited. I like the whole origami thing because like that's so perfect for Paper Mario.
Sure, yeah.
Like it really makes a lot of sense, and I like how they're like Bowser's folded up.
Oh yeah, and he's like your
It,
partner.
it
That's
look
really
the
good.
story looks like it's gonna be really good. It seems like they've kept the writing from Color Splash,
Yeah.
but like going back to the roots, which is what I think everyone wanted.
Mhm.
I think the gameplay looks good. It's unique, and that's what we need. And I think that like the whole ring thing could be really, really cool. And I'm excited to see how they implement it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited, and it looks really, really good. It's crazy. It comes out in 2 months though. Like
That's
I'm glad they
insane,
did
yeah.
that. Like you said,
Well,
I hope they keep doing that.
Well, I mean, like,
'Cause, like-
speaking of that, right? Like, first of all, like, shout out to Jeff Grubb this year. This man came out of fucking nowhere.
He's the new what's their face
Jason Schreier.
King's Bell.
Yeah, exactly. He's kind of like
No, for Nintendo.
yeah, he's like the new big guy for Nintendo rumors because so far everything he said has come to fruition. Again, we'll see. There's always a collapse when it comes to people who report on Nintendo rumors, but for now he's been good on the block. Again, he said this was gonna happen, and he came out after this announcement and said, yeah, also Pikmin 3 Deluxe is basically ready to go too. Like it's gonna be announced soon. And that
pretends to be shocked.
Pretends to be shocked. And he also, what was interesting too is he actually said even the 3D Mario remasters were ready to go soon. So I don't know if that means that's not going to be in November and maybe it's sooner or like.
I think late summer.
You think like maybe September?
No, I'm thinking.
I think September is a big one. Maybe Mario 3D World Deluxe.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them doing something like Pikmin in August, and then 3D World in September, and then Mario Remasters in October.
That's what I was
But
thinking.
like, I was originally thinking 3D World October, Mario Masters November. But of course, any time in that September to November chunk, they'll release.
Because think about it though. Because how like when is Mario anniversary again? What month?
It's in September.
Yeah.
So imagine September, right?
Exactly, that makes
they
sense.
They release it like they live drop it.
They're not gonna live drop it. They're gonna announce it beforehand.
Yeah.
They even remember all the yeah.
I would imagine they hold like a little. Maybe they release like a little video from Mario, like, "Hey, this is the anniversary. We're doing this for the anniversary," and they reveal 3D World and they reveal the remasters.
Well, because if you remember, the original like rumor was that this year's E3 was gonna be Mario focused. Like it was gonna be all about like having a showcase, right? So they were definitely not gonna live drop it because they clearly have some promotional stuff ready and wanting to go for that.
They want people to ride up the hype train. I mean, that's such easy marketing. You just say, like, hey, Galaxy 1 and 2, 64 and such are coming to Switch.
Yeah. I mean, like, how do you steal the conversation from next gen consoles coming this year? You launch a bunch of games from Mario, which is like your biggest IP. So really smart stuff, and I'm really excited for Pikmin 3 to come out again because I haven't played it in a really long time, and I love that game, and a lot of people really love it, and it's really unique. It's like I feel like Jeff would actually kind of like it because it's kind of a survival game. Like you're actually like you're on this planet, you're collecting these Pikmin characters, and you're trying to collect resources to survive, like literally survive on the planet. So I feel like Jeff might like it. But we're gonna find
and I do want to throw something now that we're talking about Nintendo's release schedule. How do we feel about No More Heroes 3 dropping this year or getting delayed?
Delayed.
So I think No More Heroes could make it by the end of the year, but I think Bravely Default 2 is not coming this year. I think there's no way it does.
My personal stance on it is if No More Heroes 3 is coming, it's November, December,
Yeah.
and otherwise it's delayed to Q1.
Yeah,
but
because we've seen
I just want to throw that out there.
We've seen Nintendo do December releases, so I could see
Xenoblade
No More
2,
Heroes
yeah,
be in December. Because the thing about No More Heroes is the only people buying No More Heroes is No More Heroes fans. Like it's not a game that's going to the mainstream and shit with that stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So that's all stuff with Nintendo and all that, so I'm very excited for that. Next up though, let's talk about Unreal Engine 5. Now what I'm gonna do, guys, really quick, is I have to answer this call, so you start this conversation about Unreal Engine 5, alright?
Okay, so because like I went to college for this game design stuff and all that stuff, and they even said in multiple interviews that developers would be able to legit drag and drop everything from Unreal Engine 4 to 5. That's how simple it's going to be. Like, this is going to have more power and more optimization.
That's an interesting Thing to say, John. Let's move on to the.
No. Also,
No,
the
for
tech
real.
had,
I was very
But-
impressed. It looks very good.
yeah,
The
because
fucking the game they show. What the fuck was that name?
It was
Did
just
have
a tech
name?
demo.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no,
it
it's
was
just
a
a
demo.
tech demo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but did you have a name? Like the fucking
No,
girl.
it had no name.
That
it was
shit
just like-
was that shit was actually insane.
The thing
Like,
is, like,
I was,
that
like, the
all
day
in
after-
game.
The day after that, I was in a like fucking group call in my class because we do online classes, and my teacher was like my 3D teacher was like obviously a 3D artist because you can't be a 3D teacher without being a 3D artist. Like he works with like a lot of industry people, like he knows a lot of like developers and shit, and they were all freaking out about that shit because they said it's gonna be the biggest like step up like since polygons in gaming. This is actually gonna be a fucking game changer. Like the fact that even movies are gonna use Unreal Engine 5 to do like their fucking real time fucking CG. This says a lot. They can even import movie like CG into their games, like in live action.
Exactly.
Right.
Like they can actually like import live CG like in real time. Like this is going to be a fucking game changer, and people don't actually realize yet like how big that fucking thing is.
Right.
Exactly.
Because you look at like the Mandalorian, the Star Wars spinoff that they have on Disney Plus. That sounded like an ad. I'm sorry. But
are we
they
advertised
have,
by Disney Plus?
no, this
fucking
is the Disney
go.
Plus podcast.
Oh, it's true. I remember.
No,
Oh my god.
but they used all of the backgrounds for the Mandalorian were in Unreal Engine 4.
Jesus. Oh yeah, they
So
said we're gonna
it's-
be able to use movie.
Yeah.
That's really big
So
though. That
it's
is
cr- it's cr-
huge.
It's crazy because they can like think about like I don't know, just
I
some
think about-
next
I
gen
mean-
game and think about the cutscenes.
Okay, think of something like
It's gonna be
Jurassic. Think of something like Jurassic Park, right? They can literally take the dinosaur renders they make in the movie and put that
Yeah, and
in
they
the
are
fucking
real, though.
engine.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
thing
They're
is,
what?
it'll
They're
be-
what? Wait.
They're real.
Oh, they're real.
No. Okay.
No, I mean, and they're in animatronics and not CG.
No,
Oh, really? Oh, actually?
no, the newer Jurassic
No,
World.
the new ones.
Yeah, the new
No,
ones are
CGI.
the last
No,
movie
those
they
are
used like 100% animatronics.
Really?
No, those are CGI.
No, there's
No, the last
No,
one, the like
No,
Fallen Kingdom.
no, Jeff.
Bro,
Jeff, I watched the video about that in my CGI.
Fallen
Fallen
Kingdom
Kingdom,
has,
they
like-
used like the Mario theory was like animatronics.
Bro, isn't there like a
No,
scene
not
with like
fuck- no,
100
no,
dinosaurs
no.
like rolling down a hill?
Yeah, Jurassic World.
That's different. That's different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
CGI. But
What?
well, I was saying that that's Uncanny Valley then.
But I think that's where
If
we're
you
going
make
next gen, don't you
dinosaurs,
think?
yeah, if you make dinosaurs real, you gotta make everything real then. Because you
But
can't
see,
just have something like
looking at
Real
what the
sentence.
fuck, looking at the demo of Unreal 5, it still looked like a game. Like it looked stunning, like insane, but it still
Right.
looked like a video game. Like I don't think it looked.
I think
I think it looks
No,
like a fucking
it's
like a
it's
CG
gonna
movie.
look like this
Yeah,
until like you're gonna see a similar transition. I think to how if we look at Unreal Engine like beginning of PS4 to the end of the life cycle, like I feel like we're gonna see a transition like that to where games are just gonna keep looking better
Well-
and better as they come out.
Yeah, I think that, again we needed this because we were talking about how next gen. We were talking about what's gonna be the jump, and I think next gen the graphic thing is gonna be that now games look like CG, literally.
Because the
Yeah.
thing is, I think one game will like highly benefit from it. It's Kingdom Hearts. Could they could
Oh, yeah.
legit get the assets of Disney CGI films
yeah, it's
and just drop it to their game?
Right. Yeah, because you're gonna see things like I mean
We might get
like
better licensing.
take
in
FF7
general.
take FF7R the CGI part, like the 3 or 4 CGI scenes, like that's what the game's gonna
Yeah,
look like.
that's like really
Crazy.
huge. Like, that's gonna be
Exactly.
a game changer. Like, again, like like we said, like we were talking about a long time. Like, what are these like? Are these consoles just a reason to have a new box? Because it doesn't feel like nothing we saw in that Xbox showcase looked like it couldn't run on current gen. Again,
Yeah, all that gameplay, man.
Yeah, all that gameplay.
I was like blown away.
But the
man.
thing is, like, okay, without that stuff though, just like the game with the tech demo, how many frames do you think it'll run?
next.
Do
Oh
you think? Do you actually think that will be 60 frames per
no!
second? Or
I
do
mean,
you
even
think
that
it'll be
demo
30?
is 30. Like that is a demo that's meant to be this beautiful, insane showcase, and that's 30.
It's like, so like the thing I'm scared about is developers will keep on going again with graphics over frame rate.
Why do
They-
you care?
they
You're on
do-
PC though.
No, I know that, but like look at the exclusives, because you can't play all exclusives on.
Yeah, because
PC.
we're gonna be playing exclusives on the console. I
On the
guess so
console,
that kind of matters.
exactly.
Um,
So that's the thing I'm worried about.
Yeah, again,
'Cause,
that's
like,
like because hitting 4K
developers-
60 is really hard. Like even the top people who have PCs, like that's like a hard benchmark to get. But I wish there were options. I wish you could do what we do on PC, which is 2K, and have it like at a higher frame rate. Like 2K or just like like they need to just have settings, right?
Because like they said, games will be able to run at 144.
All right, I'm gonna be an
frames per second.
unprofessional host and go grab my food from downstairs. Give me 5 minutes. Keep talking.
What are you doing during the podcast?
Okay,
Podcast.
so with games, how do you feel about exclusive? Like, how do you feel about the next God of War being 144 frames per second?
Bro, that's a joke
I'm
because the
not-
PS.
bro.
I don't think you understand. The PS. They claim that these consoles are going to be so good. Some of these games might not even be
I mean,
60.
obviously at 1080p, 100 frames.
Oh,
144.
are we talking about on PC or PS4?
No, PS4, PS5, and Xbox Series X.
That's if they have that mode, because we saw with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, it's 4K 30 on the next gen consoles.
No, but the thing
Like,
with
most people playing on console play on TV, and most TV don't even have like.
Yeah,
hertz
they don't even have the
statistics, so
hertz.
Why would you have 100?
Exactly.
No, the
They
thing
cap
is,
out at
like,
60.
they even they even confirm like some games will be able to run 144 hertz. Just like
Well,
the new,
until I see the games that do that, I'm not gonna
just like the
believe
new
that.
they even said the new Forza game and the new what's it called, Deep Dirt 4, that will be 144. They even
Yeah.
confirmed it on their site.
Well,
So
we'll see.
That's-
I'm not too. I think these consoles, it's a big jump, but it's for me personally, I'm just gonna be buying exclusives because third-party games will be all bought on a PC because I'm getting off topic, but the graphics cards that are coming out are gonna blow these out of the water. But the good thing is that the current specs of the PS5 and Xbox One are powerful enough to run most things. I'm just concerned with the legitimacy about 120 FPS when we're running 4K ray tracing, all that they're claiming they're
no,
gonna have.
no, of course not gonna like be 4K and 120 FPS.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be up to the developer if they're gonna add a mode like that. But I could definitely see first parties doing that.
Yeah. But I was gonna say one thing I'm like off about that is the PS5 saying like, oh, the SSD is revolutionary, even though Linus like
Oh, bro.
debunked it.
Bro, yeah, it's literally most of these SSDs on PCs are like 3 times faster. So
Yes, I was like, that's a big old lie.
yeah, it's so funny because I've been seeing all these what's it called? All these PS fans hyping up the console, and I'm like, bro, like they're like, oh yeah, well this one, your PC may be more powerful, but we have a better SSD. How, like, okay, and you don't.
Like, oh my god. Yeah, I think Unreal Engine 5 is it's a big leap. But the other thing is like everything they have shown besides that tech demo, everything else is just like
It's the
this
host.
can run easily on PS4 Pro.
Whoo! Well, fuck Unreal Engine 5, right? Because that's coming soon. But, well, actually, that's not coming really soon. But you know what is coming soon? Ghost of Tsushima. So, boys, you know, we, all three of us here. I mean, maybe not Noah. Oh my god, I'm out of breath.
All three.
Out of breath.
Because I ran up and down the stairs.
Bro,
What the fuck? I was
This
trying to be a
guy-
good host.
this dumbass just said all.
Go anyway.
What the fuck?
Jeff, this dumbass just said all 3 of us when there's 4 in the call.
No, I'm saying all three of us except you because you didn't put it on Twitter.
Oh,
Because I was
yeah.
about to say, we had some pretty negative thoughts when we did our live reaction. And we put out our tweet. And I mean, and the thing is, I was really disappointed with the showcase. I stick to that. Again, I rewatched it and it's like, it's not again that it looks bad. It's just that it doesn't look like this is 6 years I waited
Innovative.
for.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because the thing
like-
is, oh, sorry, you go ahead, Jack.
Because like some people think this is like the new Breath of the Wild. And think it's like
You're gonna be.
it's good. Yeah, it's gonna be like the godsend, like the new revolutionary in consoles. like in gaming, but I feel like it's just a generic Assassin's Creed gameplay. And I mean, the world's it's incredible. Like it's phenomenal. Like the grass, the trees. Like I don't know why you can see the wind, but you can see it.
Jeff was the first one to point that out. Like, oh, you can see wind.
I mean, maybe in the Ghost of Tsushima world, it's another thing that people just acknowledge that you can just see the wind. Hey, wind.
Do you think everyone? Yeah. Do you think everyone in the world could do that? Just like, oh, hey, it's the wind.
Yeah,
it's the homie.
I think so. Like maybe the wind can actually fucking hurt you. Like imagine you're just a fly and like you see the wind coming straight towards you and like that shit's actually physical and like you have to dodge it.
Wind boss, let's fucking go. That sounds like a cool mechanic.
I feel like it's just a generic Western game, but based in Japan.
I think I think it just it kind of. I mean, not that I cared too much, but it broke my heart a bit because I was just like, the idea and setting is so fucking cool. But as soon as they got into a combat encounter, I was like, I felt like I was watching Assassin's Creed 2 footage again. Like,
exactly.
It's that thing of the camera's panned out, you press parry, you press hit. None of the enemies looked like they were giving you an inch of a challenge. Like, they were all kind of just standing there. Heck, even there's one point where they're scared of you and they run away, which again, cool.
Oh, I didn't understand why they were scared. Like you didn't do anything special.
I mean, you sliced their friend, you know?
I mean, it's a video game.
I mean, when you slice their friend, wind comes out of them. So maybe like, I think the wind thing is a really big mechanic we're underlooking. Yeah, Jeff, how did you feel? I mean, I know you've been given some thoughts. What do you think?
First of all, like, I didn't want to watch that shit. Like, I didn't care. Like before, like people say, why are you talking about that game so much if you don't care? Because it's because of Fadel. Fadel is forcing me to watch that shit so I can talk about it.
It was fun!
If it wasn't for you guys, I would have not watched that shit. I would have just like lived my life, like acknowledge that this game is here for people that like it, okay? But me, it's not my thing. I'm gonna focus on other things. I'm not gonna talk about that.
Yes, sir.
So that shit was actually how do I say it? A snooze fest. You know?
Yeah. It was.
What do I start? Like, I felt like I was watching a Ubisoft game, but like from 2012. Like everything that made the game like Ubisoft is just here. It does nothing special. It didn't wow me like in any shape or way. Even the graphics, like they felt. It's still a beautiful game. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
it's still beautiful, but it didn't. Let's say we were like far away from what we've seen at E3.
Right.
I don't know if it's just an area or like the fucking effect. I don't know. Like actually, it didn't look that good.
Okay.
The world looked generic.
I was rewatching it in like the E3.
Why do you guys have the fucking strength to rewatch it?
Like they have more pedals. In fact,
more what?
So
pedals?
More pedals.
Oh, pedals.
Oh, okay.
I heard more pedals.
Fire pedals.
Okay.
More pedals.
So they have more. They have more of that going on, and they have more stuff going on in the background.
Yeah, for me the biggest change was the combat. We looked at it on stream together, and the E3 combat looked more cinematic. Like it looked more kind of like Neo / Bloodborne, where it's like more behind the shoulder. But I don't know. It's disappointing, and I want to try it at some point. I think it is funny that Nintendo announced the game that releases on the same day as their presentation. I wonder if that was planned in some way of like, oh, let's fucking release this today during the same presentation. Could be. But yeah, like again, I don't want us to like sit down and bash on it too much because it's not something we're like that interested in either. But it's disappointing. And we also don't have the resident fanboy to defend it. So, fuck you. That's facts. Anyways, but something that's cool, we got 2 remaster sets also announced this year. We got Tony Hawk remakes coming on September 4th, and we got Mafia remasters coming soon.
Yes.
I think actually Mafia 2 releases Tuesday, if I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It all releases on August 28th.
No, so they have this weird thing. So Tuesday they said they're gonna be doing a big trailer.
Oh, it's a reveal. It's not.
It's a release Tuesday.
So basically what I heard and saw was that, and it was listed online. Apparently, Mafia 2 releases May 19th.
Isn't it the Unreal Engine 5 game?
No. It's just that they remade it, and it's really pretty.
I'm buying that.
Like I think it's like Yakuza Remaster Collection where they're gonna release throughout, but the collection is gonna come out. Yeah,
It
I mean-
says that Mafia 1 is August 28th. Mafia 2 is May 19th. Jeez, good lord.
Exactly. So yeah, Mafia 2
Oh,
launches because apparently Mafia 1's taking more work because they're really remaking it. Whereas
Right, they can
Mafia,
just use the same engine as 3. for
Whereas
Mafia
2 and 3, they're like obviously 3, they're just like adding some like touches, but 2 is like they're updating the graphics, and 1 they're like overhauling with like new story content and stuff. So that's gonna be really cool. But for me, the biggest thing is like the Tony Hawk remasters, Tony Hawk 1 and 2. That shit again. That was I remember when I was a kid going to my friend hours playing that together. Split screen, just hanging out. That was like a blast. You've got all the edgy music Jeff likes in there, and it's like, sorry. There's a lot of good music in the game, and it's just like a blast. Who has history with this?
Me.
I played it on my friends' like consoles.
I played
at
Mafia
their
1
house.
a long time ago on the 360, I think it was.
Are you talking about Mafia or talking about
No, Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk? Tony Hawk. Oh yeah, I played with my friends like a lot.
Wild shit, Jeff. You thought Tony Hawk was a video game character?
I did. Let's not talk about that. It's not the topic.
It's part of the topic.
I had Tony Hawk on I think PS1 and PS2. The console I had the game. Like I remember just fucking falling and dying.
Yes,
like, actually
sir.
fucking like bleeding in that game.
Jesus.
Oh my god!
Like I was actually like trying. I was just playing for sandbox mode with friends. Like I didn't do like any. I didn't do like trying to beat the game or anything. I was just having dumb fun with it.
Did you
And that's my
skateboard?
memory of it.
Did you skateboard in real life?
I did for a little
Oh,
moment of my life.
I did.
Oh, you did too?
Yeah, like I was actually like a skater.
Okay, you were a skater boy.
Yeah,
Bro,
I
so
broke
wait,
my ankle.
when I play Tony Hawk, am I playing as you?
Yeah, can I? If I pick the character, am I playing as you? Is there a
I mean, if I did get sponsored, yeah, but I never got sponsored.
Okay, let's fucking go. See, it's surprising from you, Johnny, but Jeff, it makes sense. Yeah, that feels like a part of his
Why
story.
it makes sense for me?
Cause you're edgy.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's part of the territory. Like, it's the most not surprising thing that you would have been a skateboarder at some point. You'd be like, well, let's ride the wave. Well.
Okay.
All right.
You guys, I'm gonna
Oh my god. Moving on to some gaming, some fighting game news. We have 2 notable pieces of news. So first of all, Guilty Gear delayed to 2021.
What a surprise!
Good.
I think
What a surprise!
everyone's okay
What
with
a
this delay.
surprise.
Yeah.
I think no one expected this, and this was just out of nowhere. And God, man, it's crazy.
Like, obviously, they said COVID, but I really do think it's because of the massive feedback drop they got from the what's it called? All the beta
lobby.
stuff, yeah. Plus, I'm
And
sure.
you notice,
yeah,
we haven't even gotten very many characters like as of late,
yeah, it's true.
trailer
Yeah.
wise.
I mean, plus, like,
yeah.
I'm sure COVID is affecting all the big changes they want to make. Like, the thing about it's like, I think
Right.
everyone wants this game to be hype and amazing, and they want to deliver that. And again, graphically, this game's nailing it. Mechanics are fun, but they just got to overhaul some gameplay mechanics, some tweaks. Obviously, destroy that menu hub, whatever that is, that horrifying 2D pixel art
Oh,
thing.
the one that freaking blinds everything on your screen.
Yeah, and it's like a fucking, like, they're not even good pixel art. They're like generic. That was horrifying. Absolutely horrifying.
Like if they actually made you like the character, then yeah, I'll be okay with it. But made like simple avatars. Like.
Exactly, yeah. So we have that, and then we have also, so we had the official announcement of EVO Online. So the way EVO Online is going to work is throughout 5 weeks, they're going to be having closed tournaments. So that means they're only going to have professionals playing. It's not going to be open to the public. So it's going to be Soul Cal. It's going to be Street Fighter 5. It's going to be Dragon Ball Fighters, Tekken. Which one? Granblue, yeah. So it's going to be those. And then we're going to have 4 open tournaments, which means games that will be able to be rolled out to everyone, which is the weirdest lineup, which is the Brony game, Mortal Kombat 11, Skullgirls, and Killer Instinct. And so I think, yeah, this is going to be a weird-ass EVO. And obviously the biggest notable thing here is that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate got axed.
Good.
Bro,
Oh!
okay, well, no, honestly, here's the thing. They looked at the game and they were like, look, this netcode is just too good and it's just superior to Evo,
It's too good to
right?
play.
And it's like we just can't put that in our show. It's a disgrace to us. So
Yeah.
Okay, the thing is,
Mhm.
I was hoping they're going to like put it in,
Uh-huh.
and then people see how much of a shit fest it is,
Right.
and then maybe Nintendo will like acknowledge it.
Mm-hmm.
they
Yeah, I
They-
wanted that. I wanted the game
No,
to be humiliated live.
Oh, you wanted it to be
Nintendo
live?
doesn't care.
The thing,
doesn't
yeah.
like Nintendo like support Evo? Like they actually like sponsor Evo sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but in
Yeah,
reality, Nintendo really doesn't care about the competitive community. Like, if they cared, they would have fixed this online BS.
Here's the thing. Like I keep in tune with all this shit, and like I'm sure I'm gonna talk about in Japan. So the thing about, and I said this on Smash Dispatch, but the episode got cut. So the thing about Nintendo here is that you gotta remember, like, well, people know this, but like Smash competitive. Like super competitive. I'm not talking about competitive like when me and Jeff play competitive online and we're fine with it because our connections are chill. I'm talking about like the Nairos and all these guys, right? For these people, it's basically such a niche audience. That's maybe 5% of people that play Smash, right? And then 95% are either people like us where we play competitive casually in a sense, right? And then you have the people that are just playing with their friends locally. You have people that are just playing against computers. You have people that just do this. It's like the difference is like Street Fighter 5, no matter what, it's a 2D competitive fighter. It's the same rule set across the board, across everything. Whereas Smash is a game where someone's either playing with 8 players, with 2 players, with their family, with their friends, with the items on, with Smash Balls on. It's like there are so many different audiences within Smash that like Nintendo doesn't see that much incentive to work on something that is a small factor in their sales. Like this game is already the best-selling fighting game of all time. It's gonna hit 20 million units like by next quarter. So like for them, it's a thing of it's not. And again, Nintendo's not sitting there in an evil way being like, fuck you, we're not fixing this. It's just a matter of like they probably are looking at the
How do you know
investment that
that?
would be, huh?
That.
Well, it's because Sakurai has acknowledged it. He said in a recent article being like, during all this quarantine stuff, we won't be able to make major changes to online and stuff. So like, and we know Sakurai especially, he loves to cater to the fans and stuff. It's just a matter of Nintendo's looking at it business-wise of like, okay, if we make this infrastructure, how much are we really getting back for it? And I'm not defending that. Yeah, I don't think that's good. I don't think that's good. And to be fair, right? Like, fucking other than the 5, because like other than those 4 games that are open tournament, all the rest are like closed. Like even Dragon Ball Fighters, it's gonna have connection. It's gonna have some issues when they play online, or Street Fighter. It's just that those are way less likely to have issues because those ones aren't open tournaments. They're for like people that I'm sure those companies are providing the best routers to that are wired and all that stuff. So yeah, in general, I mean like this Evo is not gonna be that fun because the fun of Evo is not only being there but like hearing the crowd through the Evo stream, right? And knowing there's an audience and seeing the stage. But I don't think this is gonna affect Smash in any way. What next year, if the event is back physically, Smash will be there and things will be all like chill.
Hopefully,
yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have any input on that, the Smash stuff, or no?
I mean, I understand why they did it, but I just want to like meme it.
Oh, for sure. I get it. Yeah. I mean, even the competitive players were like good. Like that's not the way they want to play that game. And again, I've said this before and I tell this to everyone. If you are a competitive Smash player, invest in streaming. I absolutely do not try to invest your life in only playing competitive Smash. You're not going to make that much money. You're going to stress yourself out. Just fucking stream. All right? That's my advice to you. So yeah, that's actually all the news topics from this week. Again, we're going to see more stuff from Summer of Gaming that Jeff Keighley's confirmed. We're going to have more in general throughout the weeks. Sony's event is within the next 2 weeks, so that's going to be a big deal. I think the Cyberpunk There's another Cyberpunk showcase on like June 11th or something. So we're gonna keep rolling with stuff. So yeah, those are the news topics. Now, for our final topic, we're gonna do here. This is gonna be more of a debate thing. We want to try to do these more and more throughout episodes because people like when we argue about stuff. And it sparked from a conversation we were having last night about Persona 5 Royal and how
Always that game.
it always goes back to Persona here. Blame Johnny. We weren't talking about it that much when Johnny was.
Hey, nah, Jeff
Yeah.
brought it up.
No.
I'm
It
just
all started when you were a Persona 5 trying
Yeah.
to tell me stuff about
Yeah.
JRPG.
Jeff,
Yeah.
don't lie, Jeff. This time,
No. We
No.
weren't talking that much about that game before you came.
okay,
That's a fact.
but no, didn't Jeff bring up the time where you defended the game?
No, I'm talking about. I'm talking
What was
on
an example
podcast.
and you took off as a topic?
No, the thing is that you the one that started it, the conversation.
I'm just
This
saying.
one in particular, yeah, but like in
Yeah,
global,
see,
in
there you
general,
go.
always
We wouldn't-
talk about Persona.
Anyways, Persona aside, right nowadays in modern 2020, right, the games are still $60, the same thing they were in the past, and so I think it would be a good debate to wonder what is worth $60 to you? Is it like the time you invest in it? Is it the quality? What is it for you specifically?
I think it's a mix.
Okay.
It has to have a mix of gameplay, graphics, and story.
Okay.
Because if you have a game that has gameplay wise only like, I don't know, 30 maximum hours to actually finish the whole game, then I feel like that's not worth the $60 game.
See, you really think a 30-hour game isn't worth 60?
No, I mean like to max out together, you finish everything.
Right.
Like you 100% the game, it only takes 30 hours.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I feel like if it takes you 30 hours to finish the story, yes, yeah, I think it is worth $60. Because I feel like 30 hours it should be the minimum of any game to like the story. No,
Really?
25 hours.
25? Okay. Let's go, Noah. What's your value of $60? Okay, Noah's not here. Jeff, what's your value of $60?
For me, it has nothing to do like how long it is.
Mm.
It's more. It doesn't have. Okay, let's just say what I don't think is worth $60. Okay.
Uh-huh.
A very short game that's fun as shit, but has no replayability. Like you just beat it, it's done. You're over.
Right.
For me, that's not worth $60.
Okay.
A long ass game that's not fun. This shit is not worth $60 because it's gonna be 40 in like 2 months anyway. So like you just have to wait. Like you're not missing much. It's not that fun, you know. What's worth $60 for me is like a game that's like fun, not long, not short, but like replayable. Like you can replay that game like multiple times. I love replaying games. I actually
Right.
like that's one of the things that makes me attracted to gaming more. Like shit like Platinum games, Resident Evil, like shit that can be replayed over and over again, and then you keep unlocking
Needed
stuff.
stuff.
For me,
See-
that's worth like more than $60.
Right. See, I saw like there was like a big debate this year about Resident Evil 3 remake, right? Whether that should be 60 or not, because
I don't think I was.
it was 60. Yeah, it was 60.
Dude,
No, I
No.
don't think it was worth 60.
Oh, you don't think it was worth 60?
like,
Okay.
so Resident Evil 3 is my second Resident Evil game I ever played. I never played the first one either.
Right.
And when I was playing it, after I finished it, I feel like I think I got robbed for my money. Like I got robbed.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
I think it was $40 too.
so see, like where I differ there is I'm like an experienced person. So like, let's say for me, it's like for me, Resident Evil 3, right? I played that once and I bounced out. But for me, the 60 was worth it because of my memory, like because I was in a position not necessarily everyone's in, right? But I was in a position where I streamed the entire game and I had a really good time with you guys on call, Jeff scaring me, the game scaring me, chat yelling at me about like stuff. So it's like for me, that experience alone was worth $60, right? So like I'm someone who I don't really mind how much I'm paying for it as long as the experience for me is really good. So like what's a recent example? Like Streets of Rage 4, right? Johnny and I, we really love it, right? Would you have paid 60 for that?
I'll pay 40.
Okay. See, I would have, because obviously I didn't know, but like I would have paid 60 for that. But
Yeah.
But I totally get if someone wouldn't. Because, I mean, like Jeff, I mean, it's the same thing as RE3, right? Because Streets of Rage 4, it takes about 2.5 hours to beat. And then you go to replay to get better scores and new characters and stuff. So it's not...
Yeah, I just said RE3 is not worth 60 to me.
Okay, but you had you spent a lot of time in there.
Yeah, because I'm a hardcore Resident Evil fan. Like I'll play that shit anyway. But like for normal person, I don't think they're gonna have the incentive to replay again.
Exactly.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, that's so weird. Yeah, 'cause, like, for me, it's like I was like, it's like I get why someone like if someone told me like, hey, I want to buy this or that. Like if I want to buy Resident Evil 3 remake or fucking FF7, and I'm neutral on each of them. I would say, yeah, I would tell them, like, if you want to wait for a discount on RE. Like, yeah, I'm more like, I could acknowledge why someone wouldn't want to spend that money on it. But for me, I'd be okay with it. I mean, like, we had this debate again with like, that's a big debate in general of, like, re-releases of games, right? Are they worth 60? Are they worth 40, right?
One game that was not worth 60 at all was Tokyo Mirage Session.
Why?
Because that game, it was like the Wii U version was mid. So imagine re-releasing it, but adding barely any new content in it.
See, yeah, I agree with Johnny. I think
you never played though.
No,
I did play it.
No, he played it.
No, what if you never play? Like, is it still not worth?
See, I still think it's not worth it. If you never
play, I feel like it'll still be worth $40 because like the amount of content you have in the game is worth it.
And not just that, I think obviously I hated my time with it, so I stopped it. But even for me, that's the type of game I feel like it sold less because of its price. Like I think you could have gotten way more people to play that game if it was $40.
Also, they have to choose between that game and Kakarot.
Yeah, exactly. Or like again, it's like, and I guess like game quality factors in too. Again, like obviously it's like, let's say like Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze and Tokyo Mirage Sections. They're both $60, remastered ports, right? But I think Donkey Kong is like way more fun of a special experience. It's worth the 60. But I know like for example, Johnny doesn't think it's worth 60, right?
I think it's worth 60. I just don't want to spend 60 now.
Mm-hmm. But see, that's what I mean. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like, but you've bought other games at the same time that are 60.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's what I'm saying.
So Johnny, would you say that Persona 5 Royal is worth 60?
Okay.
That's a long silence.
Okay, so personally, after finishing semester 3, I say absolutely. But I understand why people will say it's 40 because like it's basically the same thing word for word, with like mixed in, change a little bit of the story, and add a whole bunch of things in the ending. So I understand why people will say, "Why isn't this an expansion?" Right. But personally, I'm happy with the $60 I spent.
Like obviously, if you've never played the game, I'm sure you're.
Oh, it's worth $60.
Of course, it's worth 60, right? But
yeah, but if you play Persona 5 directly, then Persona 5 Royal will feel like it's $40.
Right, but I'd see like I guess the type of content's a lot to ask, right? So let's say someone like Jeff, right? Like he's not so hardcore into Persona 5, like Persona 5 that like end game stuff would be worth 60 to him. So like that's why he's been complaining like 20 hours in that he just feels like his money wasn't worth it and that his time isn't worth it.
My time especially.
Your time especially, yeah, because it's like a 100-hour game, and like how many hours would you say is semester 3?
Semester 3, I speak to the game, right? So you guys know I'll like speed running.
Yeah.
It's like an extra 20 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, because
not 20 to stretch. I think about like 17ish.
17ish. Okay. Yeah, again, like even for me, like Persona 5 Royal, it's like for me it's worth 60, but I totally understand. I totally get if someone like thinks it's not, like if it's worth 40. Like it's not like a crazy idea to me. I just feel like I get a lot out of that. Johnny's BRBing. Yeah, so it's like and I think it just also I feel like in the case of like Persona 5 Royal, it would have been good if like, hey, if you own the original P5, you can download P5R for like $40. Would that have sat better with you, Jeff, or not really?
Yeah, and In addition to that, you can just skip the entire game and just play the true ending, quote unquote.
Right. Yeah, because they're doing that with Xenoblade, right? Where you can play the new
Yeah.
future connected right away.
That's the right thing to, because like so far the change I've seen like little to none, you know.
Mm.
Like,
Talking about
there's nothing
Xenoblade Chronicles?
No, he's saying
What?
it would have been. We were talking about how it would have been cool if they did what they did with Xenoblade Chronicles, which is let you just play the end game content right away.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. That's like
Yeah, but to continue off of that, the thing that's frustrating is you have to. There's like, how can I explain it? There's things you have to like do to unlock that new story.
right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's the thing that's like I did not like it. Like it forces people to like do that stuff to unlock new content.
What I don't think is good is, I mean, I'm sure I would have kind of done it, but unless you told me that I have to max out Akechi, Kisumi, and the counselor's things, I probably wouldn't have been able to access the new content, which that would have been
Exactly.
frustrating as hell. Like, obviously, I'm not there yet, but like I'm aware of it, because the game does not indicate that at all. I'm pretty sure.
Exactly.
So that's like a weird one. Yeah, again, it's like such a difficult thing to balance. Yeah, for me, I'm an experienced guy, right? Like okay, obviously like fucking Uno, right? I would not have paid $60 for Uno on Switch. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I know
hell no.
that's just like a fucking card game, and obviously I had a ton of fun with it, you know. But it's not like I wouldn't say my time there is worth 60. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a difficult thing to balance, but it's like, so is there a case where you would pay? I mean, I guess we kind of do that when we buy deluxe editions and stuff, but it's like, is there a case where you wouldn't mind paying even more for a game? Like where you think you're
yeah.
getting, like, what do you think?
I say the first time getting Persona, I'll pay $80 easily for that.
Mm-hmm.
And also, what other game? I think Xenoblade Chronicles X. I'll easily pay $100 for that game.
Right, and I guess
Like, if it was $100
yeah.
on Switch, I'll buy it.
Right, and I guess like that's what deluxe editions and stuff kind of do, right? It's your way to like support the work by just getting more.
And also, you get more things. Out
Yeah,
of it,
exactly. Yeah. What about you, Jeff? What game was something? What's a game that you really love that you would have paid more than full price for?
a game or like an edition.
A game.
That's
Let's say it's not an edition. It's just a game.
It's just a game, like,
Yeah.
no edition.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck. I'd say the next Nier game,
Okay.
because I already know what to expect from Yoko Taro, and I know it's gonna be fucking banger.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we were having even like for me, like any Mario game, I would pay like $100 for. Like maybe not fucking.
I say
Like,
Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey, that's way worth 100.
oh yeah, exactly. Because like you can.
Also, Mario Galaxy.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it's like a difficult thing to balance, especially like developers who try to price their games, because a lot of times it can like make or break your game. Like a game could sell more if it was like 40, but it could, or the game that's 60 could end up selling less, or it's something like that. So it's a very difficult thing to balance nowadays. But I think
The
it's
thing
like,
is, like,
yeah,
with developers now, they're like, I've heard there's like interviews about
they want to increase it.
the shitty things developers are doing now. Is basically they're purposely cutting the story. They're keeping that story locked until DLC.
Yeah, that we've
Like they're just
heard
like
a lot of.
purposely doing that.
Yeah, I mean that's yeah.
But there's one developer trying to increase the game to $80, and they were trying to defend themselves, saying like, "Oh, it's a new generation. $60 was the norm back in freaking 1998. Now we have to increase it to 80." And
What
I'm
do you
like,
think about that? Do you think that's a valid thing or no?
Never,
Really?
never gonna happen. Like your game will flop. Like
Yeah. What do you think,
100%.
Jeff?
I think like if you're making a game like you're selling at a loss, like maybe something's wrong with like the way your studio works. Like it shouldn't be that way.
Right.
Like you shouldn't be like spending like this amount of fucking resources, like the graphics or whatever, like makes you like decide to sell a game that much, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a difficult thing to balance, but yeah, and again, everyone, it's like when it comes to game pricing, everyone has their own rules. Like people would pay $60 to to play a game for like 2 hours if it's just to fuck around with their friends or a good time. Or there are some people, I mean, like, for like, especially younger people, right? If like you can't afford to get every game you want, right? You wanna like get a game you know will last you a long time, and that's why GTA sells incredibly well, right? Because people still playing GTA are people that mostly are only playing GTA. Like, they're just sitting down online for hours, or that's why Fortnite's so big. It's just games that not everyone can afford a bunch of games, so they'll buy one they can invest crazy hours in. Like, I actually think it's a luxury to buy like a Resident Evil game for full price. Because again, if you are talking about soul, like time and money spent, how you're getting throughout that, it's like, I guess it wouldn't be worth it unless you do know you're going to have money for more games, because I doubt you're going to be playing RE2 all year. Like, I'm sure you could extend it for a couple months, but yeah. It's a interesting topic and shit. But that's about everything. We actually went on for about an hour here, and we had some good talks, a lot of big news again. I think we should expect this for the next coming months with everything that's coming. And maybe Payo will make a guest appearance, or he'll keep us blocked. I guess we'll find out at some point. He is a bitch. She is a bitch.
Imagine blocking someone because you're not excited for his summary.
Imagine.
That's childish thing.
That's next level. You know, he's something. I wouldn't say he's a good something, but he's something. Anyways, that's it. That's all. Thank you all for watching the Games Cage podcast, and we'll see you all next week. Peace.